The last sunrise over Earth was bittersweet. Captain Alara Miles stood on the observation deck of the ESS Dawnfear, watching the clouds scatter orange and violet across the upper stratosphere. Below, the blue marble of humanity's first home turned slowly, unaware that in hours it would become uninhabitable. The Earth wasn't dying, it was already dead. Climate collapse, megastorms, atmospheric degradation, decades of irreversible damage. All that remained were the last 3,000 souls aboard the United Coalition's final evacuation effort, Project Solstice. Alara's mission wasn't to save Earth. It was to lead humanity's first interstellar migration to a habitable planet light years away, Gaia IV, orbiting the twin suns of the Perseus Gate. The journey would span 76 years in cryosleep. There would be no turning back. She took one last look, pressed a kiss to the glass, and turned. Goodbye, home. Alara walked the gleaming corridors of the Dawnfear, nodding at officers and engineers giving final systems checks. She moved like a soldier, precise, alert, but the weight in her chest made her steps heavier than gravity. At the helm bay, she met Commander Cale Draven, chief navigator, ex-Special Forces pilot, and her former lover. Cale had once left her for a classified off-world mission with no goodbye. She never forgave him, until he returned 5 years later, scarred, hollow, and burning with regret. Now, assigned to the same mission, fate had trapped them together. He looked up from the star map projection and gave her that cocky half-smile. Cryopods are ready, you nervous? Only that I'll wake up and see your face first, she shot back. You'd rather die in your sleep. I'd rather not dream of past mistakes, he laughed, still good at stabbing soft spots. She hesitated, just a moment, before whispering, better than being one. Their past hung between them like unspoken gravity. Launch day. Humanity's final chapter on Earth. From orbit, the final shuttle bays released thousands of drones and data beacons, digital time capsules scattering into the void to carry Earth's legacy. Alara stood on the bridge with Cale and Dr. Ori Singh, chief science officer and cryo-engineer. Ori, ever calm, was the glue of the crew. She carried an optimism Alara envied. Cryosequence begins in 1 hour, Ori said, adjusting her neurosync device. I'll monitor the sleep transition. We'll drift into Gaia IV system by 2220. What's the odds we make it? Cale asked. Ori shrugged. I've seen worse simulations. Alara smirked. Comforting. They shared a brief moment, 3 guardians of a future no one could guarantee. The cryo chamber was massive. Rows of pods hummed in unison, each carrying a life, families. Children, historians, farmers, scientists, soldiers. Alara entered her pod last. Cale's was across from hers. They locked eyes before the hatch closed. If I don't wake up, he said, know that I always don't, she cut him off. But then quietly, just be there when I do. He nodded. Darkness embraced them. Years passed, then decades, then centuries. Alarms blared. Alara jolted awake, heart pounding, gasping for air. Her pod hissed open. Lights flickered overhead. Emergency override. Something had gone wrong. Cale's pod was open too. He sat up, coughing, disoriented. Ori emerged from a maintenance shaft, eyes wide. We have a problem. The ship had exited FTL 40 years early. They were not in Gaia's system. Instead, they were near an uncharted binary system, surrounded by debris, gravitational distortions, and an artificial signal pulsing from a massive structure orbiting a dying red star. A ring-shaped station, alien, ancient. It pulled us out of jump, Ori explained. Something inside that ring caught our FTL stream like a net. Alara stared at the screen. Then it wanted us to stop. The crew couldn't re-enter cryo. Power cells were too drained. A choice had to be made. Investigate the station and attempt repairs or drift forever. They launched the skiff. The alien ring was kilometers wide, hollow on the inside, with rotating plates and obsidian towers. They entered cautiously, weapons drawn. Inside, gravity stabilized. Lights flickered on, reactive to their presence. Cale scanned the glyphs. This station predates every known civilization, maybe millions of years old. Ori stood near a glowing pillar. It's not abandoned, it's thinking. What? Alara asked. This place, it's a mind. A voice echoed through the walls, neither male nor female, but deep, layered, curious. You carry the seed of a dying race. They froze. Cale raised his weapon. Identify yourself. I am Elian, architect of the Starweb, warden of the living vault. Alara stepped forward. Why did you pull us out of cryo? You were on a path to extinction. Your ship degraded. Survival odds, 3.2%. I intervened. A pause. Then the chamber brightened, revealing holographic projections of Gaia IV. Destroyed. Consumed by solar flares. The target planet was gone. Alara's knees buckled. Everyone in cryo, they had nowhere to go. Kale grabbed her shoulders. We find another way, we always do. The alien voice returned. I offer you sanctuary. What kind? Ori asked. This station is a seed vault. It holds DNA from thousands of extinct species. I will preserve yours. In exchange, you must share your history, your failures, your love, I learn. You live, Alara frowned. You want to study us. I want to understand. All civilizations burn, but stories survive. It was a strange mercy, but a real one. Kale looked at her. What do we say? She whispered. We say yes. They transmitted the consent signal. The station's architecture shifted. A new chamber opened. Inside, a biome, lush, Earth-like artificial sun glowing above. A sanctuary. Cryopods were relocated. The crew awoke, one by one. The Dawnfair became a floating city orbiting an ancient guardian. Children played in synthetic fields. Elders taught Earth's languages. Songs echoed through halls made of alien steel. Ori became the first human ambassador to an AI older than stars. Kale and Alara slowly healed. Under twilight skies, they walked together in the fields, hands intertwined. He kissed her at the edge of a mirror lake. No regrets? He asked. She smiled. None. We were meant to journey to the stars. We just didn't know which ones. Years later, Alara recorded the final entry in Earth's legacy archive. We left for Gaia and found something else. Something older, wiser, and more patient than we ever imagined. Maybe we weren't meant to conquer the stars. Maybe we were meant to be humbled by them, but we survived. We loved. And we were seen. The stars watched back. And this time, they welcomed humanity with open arms.